Classroom Elite. Divide and conquer. Yep. That's all we're just. That's all basically just to look around the jungle to see what's going on. I forgot to tell you it's episode 10, Classroom Elite, season 1, not season 2. So, but yeah, and it was like I said for Divide and Conquer. That's basically what they are doing. They're looking all around the island to see what's basically what's going on. Now, I definitely want to talk. I definitely want to talk about the girl with the black hair. I still can't remember her name. I'm going to call her Caesar, whatever you want to call her, Caesar. I do believe that's her name. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so basically Caesar was just basically just looking to see what they're doing or something like that, and basically bases the spot that they're trying to look at, basically where they want to make their next move and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and stuff. It seems to me that one thing I'm glad they did not take this risk, which I'm happy that they didn't. That they really did not it's basically like basically go into class A and see what they got in the cave. But even though the Class A, the president, I would say the leader of him, the bald headed guy, he must have something that was in that cave. But the question is, what was really happening in that cave or something like that? Because the only thing I could only think of for something or something is basically just seeing it. Based from what I think, there must be something very troubling in a cave that we don't know. We realize you don't. Now, generally, just to be honest with you, I do believe that the bald headed guy, this is just a theory, but it just seems to me is that from what I'm looking at, basically what's going on in that cave, there must be some girls in that cave. That's what I'm thinking, and they must have did some horrible things to them. I don't know if that's true or not. Even though that's just theory, I just want to bring up because I do believe that's something that they're probably doing. I don't know if that's really true or not, but that's just me. I'm just coming up with the theory. That's just basically what I definitely do think. But even though they would not let Shizuru to come in the cave because they were saying like the ball head said like oh yeah, that's just part of the rules and stuff like that. There was no rules that actually says that, none for whatsoever all, But like I said before, I don't know what's going on in that cave. I don't know if there's must have been something that the ball headed guy doesn't want nobody knowing. Nobody doesn't wants to know. I mean, even though she wants to know, because like if they were to get out of the cave and they were to see something that was just wrong and downright disrespectful, and just like I said with my theory, and and if they were to saw it, then yeah, that would raise some alarm bells, and then they would have said something, or maybe just call the authorities and say like, these guys are doing something to these girls basically in this cave. But like I said before, it's a theory. That's all I'm just saying. So I mean, I don't know if anybody thought of this or anything like that, but that's just basically what it feels. That's just basically what it feels to me. The one thing is that the bald headed guy sees it seems to me is basically to me is that I think he's all high. I wouldn't say like he's all high mighty or anything like that. I wouldn't think that. But he knows how to think outside the box, and he knows how. Because I mean, if he were to let Shiza and also the MC character to go in the cave, then they would have came after class D. Because if that were to happen, that would create some controversy basically going on basically in this anime also as well too. Because I don't think that class D should not pick a fight with class A, because I think class A has some pretty strong members in their group. They could start a war. They could start a war. And I like how patient and calm she's us really actually is, because she's not like basically rushing into things and stuff like that. She's not really just not. But even though she wants to know what's going on in that cave, but like I said before, nobody doesn't know what's going on. I may sound like I'm repeating myself, but this is just basically just like I said before, it's just a theory. What I really do think. Even though with Class D, they don't trust Class A. Class A doesn't trust Class D, because to be honest with you, I would say this. they better look out for Class D, because Class D is going to do something that can benefit for the MC character and seasonal also well too. And I do believe there's going to be some conflict really actually going on. As far as anybody hearing about with season two, well with season two, I mean I don't know, unbelievable revelations going on with the anime with season two. Oh man, I cannot wait to get to season two. I'm very serious. I cannot wait to get into season two because I really want to know what's happening in season two. That's the reason why I'm so constantly trying to catch up to the anime, because I'm just hearing about nothing but good things from the anime. Because I love Classroom Elite. It's really actually really good. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe that the Classroom Elite is based on a manga, or actually I don't want to say it's based on manga. I think it's basically based on a light novel, which I think so, because I don't know how far in deep or what they're going on in the series, because there's only three seasons basically in its anime, because I think the third season may not come out maybe sometime this fall or maybe sometime next year also small too. That's what I definitely do think, because I forgot about that classroom elite was going to have a season three. So I'm thinking that season three will not be until next year and stuff like that. But I really want to get into season two, because I'm not gonna lie, I really want to. I really want to so badly. I really do, because it's just the excitement that just had me. I want more, and stuff like that. So there's not really much to really talk about. I'm not gonna talk about this real silly thing about stealing girls' underwear or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say really too much. I'm not gonna say really too much, but I think. Not gonna say it's too much for. I don't know. They just made it such a big deal. I mean, it's just for comedy gags and stuff like that. Or maybe just being serious or something like that. I don't know. It just feels to me that somebody was just doing this, but we don't know who's the corporate really actually is. But even though he seems to be the leader, he is doing and stuff like that. But I don't know why he would do something like that or anything like that. Now I forgot to talk about Class C. This one guy, I don't like this guy. This guy is a total scumbag. I do not like this guy or whatsoever at all. Because the way how he treats his people by giving them freedom, food, and stuff like that, he spent all that points on food and go swimming and stuff like all that other stuff is happening. It feels like he doesn't even care. Like, what is he trying to gain out of all of this? It seems to me he just doesn't even care. He doesn't even care about his own teammates or stuff like that. One thing that really makes me upset, because when he, I think it's like drinking like wine or something like that. I don't know, champagne or wine. I don't know. He pours it on one of the guys' head, and I thought that was wrong. But what he just did right there, and that really made me very upset, because just it shows the kind of character that he really actually is, who doesn't even seem to care and stuff like that. Even though I think there's a brief glimpse, basically in this anime where what's the Kazunige and the guy and the president of, or I would say the leader in class C, that they both want to fight each other, and that's something I would like to see happen. But I think uh, Katsunagi, I do believe Katsunagi will probably win that. But so yeah. Now there's also another thing I do want to talk about in the beginning of the anime. I really am kind of concerned about this, because I don't know why this was not addressed. I don't know why this was not addressed, later into the series of season one, or maybe in season two. Maybe we might know something basically what happened to the MC, because I think the MC character just doesn't. He doesn't show no emotions. I mean, he really does not. He really does not. But he's always just basically asking questions, like what's going to happen, what's going, this basically that and that and that. I mean, he's very smart, because he's kind of like he's a chess player. That's basically he is to me, because he's planning on moving each and every of his people just to make the move, or to make something happen. But I've heard some people were saying that whatever his name is, I can't remember his name, Shigina, whatever his name is. It seems to me is that he's not only just doing it for himself, but he's also doing it for the others also around the team also well too. Because if he sees something that is just not right or anything like that, he has to go and correct that mistake. Because there's no time to falter, and that's basically what it seems. Basically, what it seems to me. Just like the old saying. Just like the old saying, it just basically, like when the soldiers lay on the battleground, like during the war and stuff like that, I can't go, and stuff like that. You could just, like, it's very sad, really. Actually, I've seen the movie Saving Private Ryan. You could just tell the guys were panicking, getting sick, because nervous breakdowns because of the war, as if and stuff like that. And just like they always say, no man gets left behind, because that's always been a very good term that they basically use in military and stuff. That's basically what it seems to me. But even though I'm just saying that's just basically a term. That's basically what it basically is being used as. It basically has been used and stuff. And I think the reason why is that is because I don't think that the MC character cannot afford to make a big mistake, because if he did, then that can cause a team to break up and stuff like that. Now, like I said before, I forgot to talk about the which I was basically going to talk about the beginning of this episode, is basically where this guy is just basically he's like teaching Shigenagi, whatever his name is, like I said for Shigenagi. It's just like Shigenagi just doesn't seem. I'm not saying he doesn't seem to understand or anything like that. It's just basically you just see him as a character. He doesn't show no emotions. But I'm really kind of curious why he does not show any emotions for in the first place. The only thing I could really only can think of, I don't know if this is really accurate or if this is true or not. I do believe that Shigenagi is probably a clone. I mean, that's a likely very good possibility, and we just don't know if that really is if that's really the case yet or not. I don't know if that really is or not, and I don't know who this person really actually is, because it seems to me that this person must be some kind of principal or professor or something like that, or dad or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I really do not know if Shigenagi if he has like a real mom and dad or anything like that. But I definitely do think that Shigenagi is probably what I think to be, in my opinion. I think that he must be a clone. So I mean, that's basically what it seems to me. Because let's just take out Ray Azrael. Ray Azrael, I mean, he does shows a little emotion, but he doesn't allow his feelings to get the best of him. Because I remember what he told when he told Shin, he said like you're too kind, oh, and that's a weakness, and oh, that's a weakness. But that's not really the case. But even though Shin just he fights for his dreams, he fights for to make him to make them come true and stuff like that, and it just seems to me he's so caught up, just basically just wants to do that and stuff like that. And the reason why I mentioned Ray is because of the fact is that Ray does not show any emotions for whatsoever at all, but he sees things what's going on, that he knows that this could really happen or that or anything like that, but he's very, very smart. And he kind of reminds me of the Shigenagi, because like I said before, Shigenagi, he doesn't show no feelings for whatsoever at all. He don't show no emotions, but you may think like, oh yeah, he must have shown no emotions or anything like that. But he doesn't really care if he lives or die. I don't think he's not afraid of death. I don't think he's really not. But I don't think he's not really afraid of anything. I just think that's just how the character he really is. Or maybe I would stick to my opinion and say like, maybe a very good possibility he could be a clone. But I don't know. I don't know if that's yet to be determined or not. And I'm thinking somewhere down season 2 or maybe season 3, I think there's something really big that's going to happen. I really do believe that. I'm not gonna lie. I really do believe something big is going to happen. I really do. I really do. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the end of this in review. Tell me what you guys think. So yeah. Anyway, this is Andrex. I'll see you guys later. Take care. I hope you guys well today. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also too, so let you guys watch my videos. And please leave your comments as well. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I hope you guys well today or not. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. I love you guys. Please stay. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.